It says we're live. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Len Mooney here. It's Lunch with Len, and it's Tuesday. It's September 8th, 2015, and we got a bunch of people jumping on here. Good to see everybody. We got who all do we got today? We got Craig. Hello, Craig and Grisha. Rick. We got this guy named Len. Strange guy. I wonder where he is. Bill. Michael. Hello, Michael. Larry's here. Chris. Fabulous. Hey, Larry's over here. He's going to keep me honest. I'm going to be doing a lot of bouncing around, sharing stuff. So, as many of you have experienced in the past, on rare occasions, I tend to not be able to talk, chew, and push buttons at the same time. So, Larry's here to keep me honest and make sure that you're still seeing what I'm talking about rather than me just blabbering on into thin air. I sent out, as you know, a question, what would you folks like to cover today? And the unanimous answers came back was MLSP. So we're going to do some MLSP training. I'm going to go to screen share. I'm going to go to a little bit of a PowerPoint presentation, and then we're actually going to go out to MLSP a couple of times and do a couple of things. So here goes the screen share. Larry, you're going to let me know if you can see the screen. And you're going to let me know that you can see the PowerPoint.
Yes, I can see both.
And you can hear me, so this is a good thing.
I can hear you, buddy.
Now, first off, I want to be honest and give credit where credit is due, or blame where blame is due, depending on your viewpoint. Part of my motivation for doing this comes out of this a training that Terry Grimal and Felicia Mupo did on Sunday night. Terry talked about ways to make money with MLSP. Or make profit with MLSP, and I thought he had some pretty good ideas. I took some of his ideas, I expanded them, and perhaps put a little bit more depth and detail to them. This is a classic example of ILT, and so I'm going to pass on to you some of his thought processes and some of Felicia's and some of my own. So there's a little bit of a mixture here. But the first thing I'm going to start with is MLSP. To me, personally, I think it can be very confusing for somebody coming in new. And I think it can be very confusing for someone who's trying to explain to someone new what MLSP is all about, because it's about a lot of different things. So in my own mind, I think there are really three kinds of customers or potential prospects we talk to. We talk to, and I'm using the word talk to in a very deliberate way here, because I'm going to point out repeatedly throughout the presentation, splattering links on Facebook, G+ and other places really doesn't work. You gotta get, just like everything else, you gotta actually belly up to the bar and talk to people. So all the people I've gotten into MLSP, I got there because I talked to them. So I think there really are three kinds of people. There's someone who's relatively new and has no idea where to begin. Someone who's maybe joined a network marketing company, or they've decided to do internet or online marketing, call it what you like, and they really have very little or no experience. And there's one approach for those kinds of people. And then there's someone who has some experience but may need some tools such as Funnelizer or the CRM. That's a different approach. And then finally, there's someone who maybe has a small list. Maybe they have a few hundred people on a list. They may need some products to sell, and we want to focus on some of the affiliate products and some of the things you can do there. What I'm going to say is that if we have someone who's relatively new that we're talking to that has little or no experience, and we try to give them all of these ideas. Hey, this is a training platform. Hey, you can learn all about all the different marketing techniques. Hey, you can sell products. Hey, you can have Funnelizer. They don't even know what a sales funnel is yet, let alone what to do with Funnelizer. We're overwhelming them with too much information. So I want to break it down a little bit. First off, I'm going to say that we always want to start with the goal in mind. So when we're talking to somebody on the phone, what is the goal? And in most cases, not all cases, but in most cases, the goal is to get them to sign up for a $10 trial. So remember, if we try to convince them that MLSP is the next best thing since rolled toilet paper because it does so many different things, we probably overwhelm them and confuse them, and the confused mind does, you know what? The confused mind does nothing. So once again, I want to focus in on individuals and how to approach them. And then I'm also going to say that personally, when I ask somebody to join MLSP, do the $10 trial, I always offer to help them to get started. I offer to help them set up their system. I have a training video that I call, what do you do on day one in MLSP? MLSP has a similar training video, but I made my own, and I'll tell you the reason. The real reason is because it just offers that personal touch. To be perfectly honest and frank, I'm not telling anybody anything they can't get off the training videos on MLSP. I'm just doing it in my voice with my face because they're my customer. And I'm welcoming them as my customer, and I'm building that rapport with them personally that they can turn to me and ask for help. So, for someone who's relatively unfamiliar with what we do, I think positioning the sort of traditional approach to MLSP, positioning it as a lead generation and training platform is where to begin. And what I do and would do and do is emphasize the training capacity. Now, if you look at MLSP today, just this week alone, of course, we have the daily wake-up calls. We had the Tuesday hangout with Diane Hochman. We have the Wednesday evening training session. And then we also have the training library. Now, if you haven't looked at the training library, I'm going to take you back there for just a moment. And Larry, I'm going to assume that you can continue to see my screen. If anything goes wrong, let me know.
Yeah, you know what? On the last slide, you had the MLSP wake-up calls.
Yeah.
At 8 a.m. Eastern time.
Yeah.
Oh, they're 11 a.m. Eastern time.
Oh, did it say 8 a.m. Eastern time? Oops. Thank you.
You know, all that time in Mexico, you're confused about where you live.
You know what? That was interestingly. Let's look at something. Let's look at training, the training call schedule, because I don't know. Let's not. Okay, look. Rather than doing that, let me just not get sidetracked. Let me take you where I wanted to go. If you haven't looked at the training library recently, it's right here under your training tab, training library. And you can go right down through this training library. It has a pretty incredible search function associated with it. So here's last week. If you missed April Marie Tucker's Wednesday training last week and want to catch it, here it is. So the training library in and of itself is absolutely phenomenal. And I'm going to show you something. And I'm going to do a search on Letitia. And the reason I want to do that is because Letitia is doing the training this week, and I'm going to come back to that. Letitia and Stephen are well, let's see. I know they're here because I already did this. I already tested it today. God, where the heck is it? It might have been under Stephen. All right, come on. I don't want to waste your time doing this. Yeah. What's their last name? Letitia and Stephen. Larry, what's their last name? Do you know? Okay, I'll come back to that later. Sorry, because I don't want to. You still there, Larry?
Yes, Len, buddy. I'm here. I still see
okay.
you. I'm here.
Okay. Do you remember Letitia and Stephen, what their last name is?
I do not.
Yes, neither do I. Okay, back to where I was. The training library is absolutely huge, and it has training in just about every topic you can imagine. So there's all the different categories of training and strategies and etc. And once again, I wanted to look for Stephen and Letitia. Stephen, S-T-E-P-H-E-N. or it's not Letitia, it's Lanisha. That's the problem. There we go. Lanisha. Sorry. So here's 2 trainings that were done by Lanisha. Guaranteed money-making funnels and SEO weapon yields massive search engine results. Now, just hold on to that for a moment. I'm going to go someplace with that because I want to talk a little bit about how to attract people to like the Wednesday night webinars. So there you go. I was just searching on the wrong name. So the point is, you can pull up the trainings, prior trainings that have been done by people that are on MLSP. Now, let me come back to my PowerPoint presentation again. Can you see the PowerPoint?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the most traditional approach to MLSP is positioning it as a lead gen and training platform. And I think for people that are relatively new to online marketing or internet marketing or even network marketing, this is probably all we really need to do to give them a taste of what's going on and invite them to attend one of the trainings, one of the webinars, and get them involved. I think if we go off into, well, it also has the CRM and it has the partridge in a pear tree and it has the funnelizer and et cetera, then we probably just overwhelm and confuse them. Now, the reason I wanted to pull up Stephen and Lanisha is here's an interesting idea. Stephen and Lanisha are doing the Wednesday training this week, the webinar on Wednesday evening. So I just showed you that we can go into the training vault and we can find prior trainings that Stephen and Lanisha have done. Now imagine the following concept. Pick one of those trainings and listen to a little bit of it and either make a little video or a little blog post about it. And I'll show you examples in a couple minutes. And end that blog post with if you'd like more training from Stephen and Lanisha, tune in this Wednesday evening because they're doing another training and the topic this week is going to be blah, 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 whatever it is. So rather than just hanging a link out there for the weekly training webinar, hang a blog post out there that gives people valuable information or content about prior trainings that were done by the individual that's going to be on this week, and then invite them to come tune in for additional information. The ultimate in ILT and providing content. Anybody have any comments or questions? Larry, I'll count on you to look at the, can you see the chat?
I got to tell you what, I think that's a great idea. That is, I wish it wasn't Tuesday. I would have done one today. And
well, that's okay. I will tell you that Terry's been doing these like on Sundays. He does a Sunday or Monday, either a blog post or a video for the Wednesday training webinar. So again, I'm seeing people splattering links all over the place, and they're not getting much traction. I can tell you that for sure. I've talked to a couple people that are putting links on, and they're just not getting much from them. Another approach. Okay, next approach. People that need services, people that are already getting leads. So you're talking to somebody who's already in a network marketing company. They have a small downline. They're getting leads. All that's working for them. They don't need lead gen. That's not their hot button. What they may need is the services, the customer resource manager, the funnelizer, MLSP sites. Now, I can tell you personally, having run a $5 million flight school and had a customer resource manager that I paid hundreds of dollars a month for, that the CRM that we have in MLSP is bar none the best in the business. I'm telling you that from my heart. This is coming from me. This isn't the company line. I've used several different CRMs, and I was not impressed with most of them. They were cumbersome and very difficult to use. I've used CRMs off and on for over 20 years, and this one is phenomenal. It's designed by internet marketers or not for internet marketers, and it can save you a heck of a lot of money if you use it. So So focusing on the services that MLSP has to offer, Funnelizer, of course, we all know, hopefully we all know what that does for you, creating your own capture pages, sales funnels, etc. And the reason I think not going into this with people that are relatively new is that there's people coming in who don't know what a sales funnel is, and all this jargon just confuses them. And finally, of course, we've got MLSP sites coming real soon, and as near as I can tell from what little we know about it, it's going to be pretty phenomenal. Is it going to replace ever having your own website for yourself if you get really heavy into the business? Probably not. But for those of you who have struggled with websites, and I can think of a couple people that are on this webinar right now that you've struggled for months and spent hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars, if you could have your own website up in a few clicks, what would that mean to you just to get started? And if you look at the price tag, if you go out on the internet right now and look at price tags for things like CRMs, you're going to spend at least $50 a month for something that's probably not as good as the one we've got. If you try to replace Funnelizer, you could get lead pages. That's $40 a month minimum. There is a lower price package, but it doesn't do much. And then finally, for those of you who have gone through the build your own website, either do it yourself or hire it out, you know that you've spent hundreds of dollars, in some case thousands of dollars. And I know Felicia spent like $1,200 on her first website. For many of you, you've spent 2 or 3 months getting a result back, and the result you got back wasn't usable because you weren't trained in how to use it, and they'd installed a theme that you couldn't work with. So the combined value of just the services is really, really, for $150 a month, it's pretty awesome. It really is. And I know there's going to be some people who can't afford $150 a month, but you got to really look at the services you're getting for that price. Never mind all the other things that are out there. And then finally, I'm going to take you the next step, affiliate products. For people that just need something to sell. And I'm going to give you some ideas here about how to approach affiliate product sales. Of course, we have 100% pure profit products, and I put many 100% pure profit products because, to be perfectly honest with you, I haven't counted recently. I don't know. And then there are others that are 35 to 40% profit. And again, I see people just splattering links. So you can go into the back office, you can get a link, and you can just put it out there and say, hey, download my cheat sheet. But I got another example for you. But first, let me go back here. I already said this. For example, with this week's webinar with Letitia and Stephen, go back to your vault to a prior training, ILT it, and then make a little blog post or something about it, and say, tune in for this week's Webby if you want more information or you want further training from this incredible couple. Okay.
I think that's fantastic, Len. That's a great idea.
Now, I'm going to go off. Thank you, Larry. I'm going to go off of this, and I'm going to go back to MLSP for a minute. And let's see. This is I'm going back. I'm going to my websites. Let's go to the profit campaigns. So let me give you an idea, some ideas about how to approach the profit campaigns. To spend now, $477 here, $297 for Tube Traffic Mojo, which is, by the way, an incredible product. And incidentally, if you own Tube Traffic Mojo, you have enough material to write blog posts for the rest of your life. But let me take something simple. Let me take Instant Lead Magic, April Marie Tucker's course. They have module 1 back here for $5 whole. You can buy module 1. Now, go ahead and spend $5. By the way, I have. So let me show you what you get in module 1. Instant Lead Magic, module 1. Here it is. You get all of these sessions, Instant Lead Quick Start, how to set up Instagram, how to create signups, on and on and on and on and on. There's a whole bunch of stuff. I'm going to take one thing out of this whole thing, which is, by the way, several hours of training. I'm going to take one thing: how to avoid getting your Instagram shut down. Okay. Now, this, I'll show you. This is a 8-minute training. I'll go back up and show you instantly quick start session. Just for the heck of it. This is over 2 hours. All right, welcome. 2 hours and 21 minutes. You think you can get some content out of that? But let me show you this, because I think this is intriguing. So I took this little 8-minute session, and I just did this morning, by the way, folks. This isn't published yet. I just did it this morning. I listened to the 8-minute session, stopped it several times through, and I wrote a blog post. Now, just to give you a picture, that blog post is 415 words long. So that's a perfectly good blog post. Now, if I were to just make a little quick video that sort of says what the blog post says, I have a video and I have a blog post. And the end of the blog post is, I hope I provided value. If you'd like to get more information about how to use Instagram in your business and get leads daily, click here. Guess what? Facebook or on Instagram or et cetera, et cetera. What I did is I took $5, and there's enough content in this $5 product to last me for a long time. But I took this little $5 product and turned it into a blog post, and I will turn it into a video. I'm not going to do it this week, so I'm not telling you this is something I did this week, and the reason I'm not doing it this week is I already feel like I am saturating my email list and all of my other media with the stuff from my product launch. So once again, just back to the PowerPoint, going out there and taking some of these little trainings. And by the way, there's a $7. Let me show you that again. Let me go back. But it'll be. Can you still see me, Larry? Everybody?
Yes, I can still see it.
And the screen.
Yep. You're going to another site.
I'm going out to MLSP again. For some reason.
Well, you're on Google, buddy. There you go.
You see MLSP?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So just once again, if you look down through these profit campaigns, there's a little $7 from Get Prospects to Buy. And I think Diane Hockman did that one. There's a $7 one, My Prospecting Playbook. So there is some, if you don't want to spend hundreds of dollars, 23 productivity secrets, here's $9. If you don't want to spend hundreds of dollars, you can go out there and spend $5 or $7 and buy one or two of these products and then turn them into content for yourself. And that's it. So I'm going to stop. No, I'm not going to stop the broadcast. I'm going to look at my PowerPoint because I think that was the last slide. It is the last slide. Okay, don't stop the broadcast, Len. Stop. Well, there's a big stop broadcast button and there's a big stop sharing button. So I'm going to stop sharing. Okay. So there you have some ideas about how to approach MLSP. And I'm going to tell you, the turning this blog post stuff and putting these blog posts out there, and then at the end parenthetically it's parenthetically saying, hey, if you want additional information about this topic that I just gave you all this fabulous content on, click here. And bingo. So
I have a question. A couple questions.
Go.
Now,
let me stop you. Anyone else who wants to come on over and interact, let me know in the chat, and I'll bring you over. Okay, this is not a private party. You're all welcome to come out. Go ahead, Larry.
Wait, hold on, I thought it was Larry's party. It's kind of mean. We don't want all these other nasty people on here. A quick question now. This is a great idea too. This is a great lunch with Len. You've given me a whole bunch of ideas. But now you do this blog post on your Insta Magic. Do you just let it out there and let it sit, or do you every so often promote it again?
Oh, I promote it.
You promote it. You promote it, but how often? I mean, once you do it, it's going to be out there for a while. Do you like once every couple months, or?
Yeah, that's a good question, and I guess I really don't have an answer for that one. To be honest with you, I'd be manufacturing an answer. I haven't done enough of these. I've been experimenting more and more with promoting things on Facebook, but I've got so many other things going up on Facebook too that I don't do them very often. But what I would do with that is I would make a video. In fact, I might even do it on a coffee with Len, although I dot it up if I do that topic there. But I might make a video. I certainly put the video up on YouTube, and that description goes on YouTube. Then the video and the description goes on my blog post. Then it gets distributed via OnlyWire. I might turn it into an e-zine article, and then once it's in my blog post, it automatically turns itself into a blog broadcast. So at some point, I'd send it to my email list. When I send it to the email list, it automatically gets posted on Facebook again. So I'm doing all these things to it. And but how often would I specifically target it? I don't know.
It's a great idea. I'm going to definitely do this.
Yeah. So I'll give it a try and see if we can report back with results.
There's actually the only other one thing that I don't understand how to do. I've got my blog, but you got your blog, your Lunch with Len blog, and it's /Insta Lead Magic. I don't know how to get that to forward to the capture page. So I'm gonna have to talk to somebody about that.
Wait a minute. I did not understand that question, Larry.
Like on your blog, it's lunchwithlen.com /Insta Lead Magic, and it goes right to the capture page.
On this here?
The link, no, the link you sent them to the capture page.
Well, this was the link right here. This is the link to the capture page. Oh, you can't see it, can you?
No.
Screen share. It's screen share time. Okay, you can see my screen?
I can see your screen.
This was the link to the capture page.
Yeah,
there.
That's what I want to know.
Okay.
This is lenmooney.com /get Insta Lead, whatever it is.
Okay. Do you understand plugins?
There's a plugin, right?
Yeah. Do you understand plugins?
Yes.
Okay. That is Pretty Links.
Pretty Links? Okay.
Pretty Links. Just go grab the plugin Pretty Links. And all you need, okay, I'm still screen sharing. Let me go out to my website. There's my website. Dashboard. And plugins, installed plugins. There it is. It's Pretty Links. It's Pretty Link Lite.
Okay, I think I already have that on my blog.
Right, and so all you got to do is you have to go get the URL you want to send people to and stick it in Pretty Link and just create a Pretty Link for it.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to stop sharing. Yeah. Are we back to seeing me now?
I see you, buddy.
Anybody else have any questions, comments, or etc.? Want to come over? If not, it's 12 o'clock. I'm going to remind everybody, whether you're an affiliate or not, that tonight at 6 o'clock is the first webinar for the product launch. The sales page actually goes live. It will go live at sometime before 6 o'clock. And the fourth video will go live tonight. And And the ultimate university for internet marketers product will be out there on the market. So, come on out and join me for the fun. 6 o'clock tonight, and I'll do 2 or 3 more webinars this week. I don't know how many yet. And for those of you who want to know when the card is going to close, I'm thinking midnight Saturday, so that I can take Sunday off, because I'm being selfish. But we'll see how the week plays out. That's it. That's all I got. Other than that, I don't see any more comments or criticism coming through or suggestions. So I hope you got value out of this. Thanks for your comments, Larry. I got some good positive comments there. I got from Craig. Chris was frozen for a while. What was the name? What was the name of the princess who was frozen? Can't think of her name. Anyhow, we'll talk to you all again. I'm going to stop the broadcast. Take care. Have a great day. Bye for now.